Hi, welcome to Simply Country Cuisine and happy Thanksgiving. This week we'll be cooking and baking and creating some new dishes this year. And to start our holiday baking off, we're going to be making a cranberry fig chutney. I'm going to be serving a baked brie with some cranberry fig chutney on the side. Also, we have a new addition to our Simply Country Cuisine. We are making jams. And we've kind of done that by happenstance. Someone had asked Dina if I could make some jams for an event, and I had never made jams. And so I made some, and it took off into kind of a little side business. Now I'm making tons of jams. I even got an injury, a blueberry jam injury on my wrist. So we're going to start out today, and I have already started pre-soaking dried cranberries into some hot boiling water. They wanted to bloom a little bit. And while they're doing that, I'm going to chop up a half a cup of a white onion. Now, in the saucepan behind me, we're going to add a half a cup. Now this time it says unpacked, so we're not going to firmly pack this brown sugar. So I'm just going to scoop it in there, half a cup. I'm adding a half a cup of red wine vinegar, half a cup of red wine, and I'm using Merlot. Now when you cook it, the alcohol will cook out. You'll just have the flavor. Now we're going to cook this down and dissolve the sugar. So we'll bring it to just a little bit of a rolling boil. Now my liquid and my brown sugar has dissolved. I'm going to add 2 cups of mission figs. I looked for fresh figs. They should be on your market shelves now, but maybe they just hadn't come into the shipment. But these are just dried. Now after we've added the mission figs and let them get kind of just bloom just a little tiny bit into the, because we're going to cook this down, we're going to add a half a cup of chopped white onion. Now I've drained the water off of the cranberries. I'm going to add them into my chutney. All right, now we're continuing to cook this down a little bit. I've got it on about 6 on my electric eye on my stove. I'm going to just watch it closely. I don't want the liquids to evaporate in here. Cook down. I'm adding a teaspoon of ground ginger, a half a teaspoon of ground allspice, a half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and we'll cook this. Oh, that smells really good. We'll cook the spices into it for a second or two. Now I'm going to turn it down to about 1 or 2 because I want it to cook slow now. I want it to simmer for a while I chop up the pecans. This is simmering. It's going to simmer 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans. Okay, now that we've added our chopped pecans, we're going to turn it way down low and we're going to let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. And let these figs get nice and soft and pliable, and then we'll come back and we'll give it a try. Okay, so welcome back. So we have a little dab of cranberry fig chutney. I thought I would just to sample it. I have a little bit of a cracker here and some cheese. But here's a gift idea. You can that recipe will make 5 4-ounce jars. Well, this is a half pint. I'm going to actually use this one for Thanksgiving. You can put it in a pretty canning jar, put a pretty label on it, and decorate it up and give it away as a gift for Christmas. So let's give this a try. We'll try it on a little cracker here. I make sure I get a little bit of everything. The fig, the cranberry, and pecans. That's good. Let's have a little cheese with it though. It needs that cheese. So maybe serve it with some brie or some sharp cheddar cheese. It kind of needs that to, it's very, very sweet, but it's very good. You don't really even taste the wine in it. It's cooked all the alcohol out. So for you teetotalers out there, don't worry about it. You're not going to be sinning or anything. It just really blossoms and enhances the flavor of the figs. As I was doing my devotions this morning, and we've been very blessed in our lives. We're not the Trumps. We don't have a bank account like President Trump, but we never do without. God always supplies our needs. And I really contribute that a lot to having good, strong faith, tithing. Tithe with a cheerful heart. When you're giving back to God, He's only asking for 10%. If He gives you $100 and He only wants $10 back, He's giving you $90 to take care of all of your needs, and He will supply all of your needs. He's so faithful. He's so loving. And the verse that comes to my mind from my verses this morning was, I honor the Lord with my substance and with the first fruits of all my increase. My barns are filled with plenty, and my presses burst out with new wine. Even this little jelly business that God has kind of put in our path with the Simply Country Cuisine, I tithe off of it. I'm happy to give God back because He's giving to us. He's giving to me and my husband and our children. We have our health. That's a blessing. That's prosperity. We have 2 beautiful daughters, wonderful grandchildren, and handsome son-in-laws. Mark and I are so very proud of every one of them. Those are blessings to us. We have a roof over our head. He's blessed us. Bless others. If you see someone at the grocery store, a sweet little mom that's struggling with her children, and she's dropping her groceries, she can't help her. Dina often has had people pay her coffee at Starbucks in front of her. When she gets up there, her coffee's paid for. Those people will be blessed, and she's blessed. There's just so many ways. Help out at church. Maybe if you see paper on the floor, or the carpets need vacuumed or something, just do it. Do it out of love. Do it for God. So if you don't have a place to worship, please join us at GT Leander, the church on the hill across from the post office. We'd love to have you there. And please subscribe, like, and share these videos. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.